So this was a police chase. It was called in as a DUI driver. It turned into a whole ass chase. They were circling around this area. Apparently he crashed down the corner. He crashed like in front of the police station, which is just crazy. And he got out and he ran. He got over here. I was listening to the radio because he'd been making it out on a run jumping through yards and stuff for a minute. There's no way that cop's not 5 foot tall. So yeah, it was a police chase. And apparently they have another person detained down the street. The helicopter just left. He's claiming that he's having a panic attack. He says he didn't understand why the cops were behind him. I don't know. I was walking on Sunset. I just left 7-Eleven. Got a couple Red Bulls. One police car goes flying past me. So I turned on the scanner. Then I heard the chase and I looked down. I'm like, okay, they're about like 6-7 blocks away. And they were staying in this area. But there's a delay on the radio. Then I saw the helicopter overhead. I was on a scooter, came right over to where they're at. I got here right as they're maybe 10 seconds after they caught him. They were here waiting. They had the perimeter set up and he's running right to him. I remember one time I was in a police station and there was a police chase, and the police chase came to an end inside the police station parking lot. The people got out there and ran. Of all the places you're going to end a police chase, that's probably just the wildest thing. He's saying that he's having a panic attack. I mean, shit. You get caught after a high-speed chase and you go running. I'm gonna walk down the block in a second to see what this accident looks like. Actually, I have no desire to. I want to see one of these guys get in a police chase. That'd be awesome to see one of the robot cars get into a police chase. Let's go see where the. I'm 99% positive they said it was a TC, traffic collision. So we'll go find out. I was just posting about it on Twitter. So there was that situation down in, I believe it was in Orange County yesterday, where there was a police chase. There was a police chase over there. Somebody shoplifted from Albertsons. And so it turned into a high-speed chase, which ended in a crash with a 67-year-old woman being killed. Oh, here comes the ambulance is coming from a block away. They're rolling right out of the police station parking lot. And they go that one block. The fire truck came from across the town. So I'm not a huge fan of police chases for property crimes. This wasn't a property crime. He was accused of being a DUI driver that led to this chase. I don't see if they have a perimeter. They might have a perimeter set up because they may be doing an article search, looking around the ground for stuff. Trying to think, I don't have any reason to go in the police station to file complaints right now. What are we working with? I might have to sneak around. If they're there, then I'm gonna go there. I appreciate it. Does it matter? I don't see. They said there was an accident, but I don't see a unless they clipped another car. What streets are these? We're on the Long Prairie and Hudson. We are a half a block from the police station. Actually, that's police station parking lot right here. That's their maintenance parking lot. And their plain clothes like to have their meetings right out there. At least they used to. Near the stream this is the end of a police chase. There was a chase. They suspected a DUI driver who didn't want to pull over, so they chased him. Damn, he got the donut on. All right.
Do you know what happened?
You got this guy. So yeah, it's the end of a police chase.
Just answer, man.
It was the radio said there was a traffic collision and a foot chase, but I don't see. They may have hit another car up there. Fuck, maybe I should go down a block. But you know, it's the end of a chase. While we're on here, I'm gonna talk about this police chief. I saw him, police chief, LAPD police chief today just did an interview on one of the news channels talking about how, once again, how they're having a brain rot. They're having a hard time recruiting and keeping people. And he's attributing some of this to the discipline system being too rough on the cops. Too rough. Listen, 4% of complaints by the public are sustained. 4%. 4%. There isn't any real discipline with the LAPD. And he's talking about he needs we're having a hard time recruiting people because cops are getting a bad reputation because the way the media is portraying them. No, it's your own fucking actions. These people never take any responsibility. I think I can cut through here. They never take any responsibility for their own shit. I'm gonna say this again, man. This is math. This is basic shit. Basic shit. According to I don't know what the name of the organization is, the LA Female Police Officers Association, or something like that. I don't know what it is. Their website list says the LAPD has something like 1,794 women on their force. 1,800 women on the force. Let's see what's going on over here. 1,800 women on the force. You got 1,800 women on the force out of a force of just less than 9,000. So you're talking about 20% of the force are women. I'll say this again. This is basic math. This is basic shit. They're looking for every excuse other than the fact that the LAPD is toxic for women. You gotta be a goddamn fool to be a woman and work in that force. Knowing you're gonna be sexually harassed at some point the LAPD isn't gonna do anything about it. They always take the side of the male cop. It's all up and down the chain. It's all in the brass. Their number 2 is doing this shit too. And so they're wondering, why do we have a hard time recruiting? Because you can't fucking get women in the force because you guys are a bunch of scumbags. This is not hard to figure out. This isn't difficult to understand. And so they think, lowering the standards is gonna make it better? What, you're gonna make these cops even creepier towards women? Just hire a bunch of lunkheads, lower the standards, and that's gonna make it better. We just give them more money and won't hold them accountable, and somehow that's gonna help the situation. That's gonna help the situation. And then you blame the media, say, the media gives you a bad reputation. No, your own fucking actions give you that reputation. Your own shit. The way they portray us, the way they portray you, honestly, the media is way too fucking easy on you guys. Look at, what now? Oh, no, that's the officer trailing the ambulance. Man, it's all up and down the fucking chain, sexual harassment. And like I said, I'm gonna go to the commission meeting next week and talk about this. I'm gonna tell them, first off, I fought for then Captain Carranza, now Commander Carranza, more than anybody in the LAPD. I'm not in the business of trying to protect cops, but what the fuck? You're watching somebody, there's obvious sexual harassment going on. She goes to the chief and says, hey, can you do something about this? Can you address it? And he says, nah, I can't do that because it might go viral. It might go viral. So you care more about protecting the reputation of the force rather than protecting your own officers. You know what I'm saying? They're full of shit. This whole back to blue brotherhood, it's a brotherhood. It has nothing to do with sisterhood. Women, you're going to be thrown under the bus. They don't give a fuck about you. And they're like, we're having a hard time recruiting. Of course. You see these guys out here too. They're just a bunch of ultra macho lunkheads, and the machismo is not deserved. These guys aren't, you know what I'm saying? They're LARPing as that, trying to project something that they're not. So then, you know, like I said, you're having a hard time recruiting. You blame it on everybody but your fucking selves. So like I said, that police chief, he went on the stand in trial and admitted that he did not address the sexual harassment against then Captain Carranza because he didn't want it going viral. He said it on the stand. And she won the case, her lawsuit, against him and the LAPD for that. And we were forced to pay $4 million because of it. So I filed a complaint on Chief Moore for neglect and failure of supervisory duties, for not doing his fucking job as a supervisor and address the sexual harassment when somebody comes to you saying there's a sexual harassment problem. And the LAPD commission sent me the reply letter back saying, no, it's unfounded. Chief Moore didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. He cost us $4 million, but he did nothing wrong. He refused to address the sexual harassment, but he did nothing wrong. The chief. So that's acceptable. And you have this new chief coming in here, and he's going to say, you know what? These cops are treated too harshly. We got to take it easier on them. Take it easier on them. This fucking dinosaur. Old McDonald. Is that a stop up there? And so we end up paying out all this money in lawsuits because of this. We end up paying for it. As they're sexually harassing, and it's like I said, it's all up and down the fucking chain. There was one situation where the lady was talking about how she was raped by this one cop. Her husband was like a captain in the LAPD, and he sided with the other cop and not his wife. And they're like, oh, well, we just, you know, the way the media portrays us, that's the reason why. That's the reason why we're having recruiting issues. Sure, the women are a majority of the population, but they're only 20% of LAPD. But, you know, it has nothing to do with us. That's not us. That's them. It's everybody else. It's the media. It's those cop watchers, those people filming us. People who criticize us, it's their fault. And that's not our fault. This is the case McDonald's going to make. I'm going to run over his ass. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to show you guys day by day how broken the fucking discipline process is. It's completely broken. And he wants to make it more fair to cops. What is on fire? Is there something on fire right here? What am I looking at? Oh, all right. Just one of those. All right, guys, that's a short stream. I got some stuff to do. Wait, what's this now? No, that's the same. That says a traffic cop for. What the hell is that? I don't know. All right, guys. Shout out to the mods. I know you guys are dealing with some bullshit. You always having to deal with that stuff. I'm out of here.